What's up everybody? Today I'm going to tell you why I don't really like taking my pro photo lenses on vacation with me. Let's get to it. So pro level lenses are really heavy and really bulky. I've got a Nikon 24-120 here. This could be considered a pro level lens. It comes with the Nikon D780, which is how I got it. It gives me a good range, gives me a great f-stop, but is it something that I want to carry around all day? Probably not. You know, as somebody who spends their career carrying around heavy lenses, heavy video equipment, the last thing I really want to do on vacation is carry all of that gear again. And I know there are some of you who love that. You love taking out your backpacks of gear, and that's when you get to really express yourself with your photography. I'm looking to relax, and I don't want to carry this lens, which is almost 1.5 pounds. You know, it's really heavy. And then you add it to your DSLR, you're looking at 3 or 4 pounds over your shoulder, plus whatever else you've got in your backpack. So for me, I love traveling with these really inexpensive lenses. These lenses I found from the old film days. They're lightweight, they're really sharp, they have a great focal range, and they can accomplish 90% of what I want to do when I'm on vacation. So my purpose of this video is not to really convince you on these lenses in particular that I'm going to show you, not really to convince you not to take out your full kit when you go on vacation, because you might love to do that. I'm just sharing with you what I love about these lenses and why I love to take these on vacation with me. The first lens I have here is my absolute favorite travel lens, and this is actually the third model that I've owned of this. And I know what you're thinking, it's a variable aperture lens, it's a really high aperture, small aperture. Why would I want to use this? And to be honest, it just allows me to take the pictures I want and move on. A lot of times when I have a pro level lens, you know, I'm focusing on trying to craft the best photo I can for Instagram, tag that lens in there, get all the likes I can try to get. And I'm losing the moment of why I'm even in the place to begin with. But with this lens, it takes the pressure off. It's by spec, not really a fantastic or great lens, but it was $30. And then I tinkered with it because it was squeaking. I tried to fix it. I don't recommend you trying to fix your own lenses. Bought a second one, loved it so much, found a third one for $50, and ended up giving a friend of mine the second model because he was saying, hey, what should I take? I'm going to France. I don't want to bring around my 24-120. I don't want to bring my 70-300 zoom lens. A lens like this covers it all. It weighs just under 11 ounces. The pictures are high contrast, very sharp. I'm really happy with the bokeh on this lens. Looks really beautiful to me, and it's really a steal. The second lens I want to show you is a Nikon 28-80. This is a dinky plastic lens. I saw it at a local camera shop. I got it for 30 bucks. The mount is plastic, you know? The casing is plastic. The hood, everything is plastic on this lens. Feels incredibly cheap, but it's so lightweight. I took it on a hike in Vermont. I got some of my favorite pictures of my wife that I've taken. You know, we were under waterfall, this got wet. I didn't really care that it was getting wet, and if it got damaged, which it surprisingly did not, it wouldn't matter. I also have essentially the older model of this lens, which is the 28-80 f3.5 to 5.6. So on this newer G version, you get 0.2 higher of an f-stop. This one is the old style that has the aperture ring on it. I got this on eBay, shipped for 28 bucks. This is kind of my backup to this lens, and this lens is kind of my backup to this lens. I guess it kind of depends on where I'm going. And if you bump into it, you drop your camera, it doesn't matter. You know, it's 30 bucks, it's not too big of an investment. The fourth lens I want to show you is maybe not a $50 lens, even used, but you know, brand new. I think these are going for around 110, 120. This is the Nikon 50mm 1.8D. And again, very cheap plastic, but at least it has a metal mount on the back this time. And if you were to take one of these and this, take this around at night when you're walking around the city, take this during the day when you're sightseeing, countryside, hiking, all those types of things. It's just really nice to have all these options. So all of these lenses are Nikon lenses, but like I said, you can find older Canon lenses from Canon's deep catalog of film days, you know, from the 90s. I think these lenses are all from the late 90s, early 2000s. They're sitting all around camera shops on shelves collecting dust. You can have these really cheap, and you could have a great time with them, and that's really what these lenses are about, just having a great time and enjoying the moments that you're experiencing. for the Sony shooters out there, you might not be able to find these types of things, but you can always get adapters and make it work. You'll have to manual focus. And even with Nikon, these have the little screwdriver mount focus, and not all Nikon cameras have that. But honestly, if you're shooting any crop sensor camera, DX, or a PSC camera from Canon, they have awesome DX lenses that you can also pick up really inexpensively. Leave me some comments. What are your favorite travel lenses? Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be putting out new videos every week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me talk about my favorite travel lenses, and be good.